This record was nominated for a Grammy for Best Contemporary Instrumental Album in 2022. But how does it sound on vinyl? Let's find out. This is Not Tight by DOMi and JD Beck, a unique fusion of jazz, funk, and electronic music. DOMi and JD Beck are a keyboard drums jazz duo that hit the music world by storm last year with their debut album, Not Tight, the record I'm holding in my hot little hands. They've already worked with some heavy-hitting artists including Thundercat, Herbie Hancock, Ariana Grande, and Bruno Mars. DOMi, who is originally from France, has been playing piano since the age of 3. She attended the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, and gained some serious attention after uploading some videos performing original work on piano and keyboard. JD Beck, who hails from Dallas, Texas, began playing drums at age 9 and began playing gigs at age 10 while receiving mentorship from Cleon Edwards of Erykah Badu's band, Robert Sput Seawright, drummer from the jazz fusion band Snarky Puppy, and soul musician John Bapp. Not Tight was released through Apeshit Inc. and Blue Note Records on July 29th, 2022, and as I've already said, was nominated for a Grammy that same year. Okay, so here's your presentation of very basic outer sleeve, some nice photography. It does come with a static-free lined paper sleeve, a green and a pink label. Up close of it. And then you get an insert with production credits. On the flip side, you get a nice photograph. The music on Not Tight is extremely dense. It's almost a sensory overload at times, as your brain is attempting to keep up with all the chord changes and drum breaks. The musicianship is jaw-dropping, especially when you consider that DOMi is 23 and JD Beck is 20. And in some ways, the exuberance laid down on these tracks can feel like a band eager to communicate every lick in their repertoire. Critics have noted the duo's youthful charm, rapid-fire breakbeats, and chord changes over complex time signatures. There is something extremely catchy about the tunes on this album. Very rarely do you hear such extended high-level virtuosic playing. In my opinion, this is a phenomenal debut offering by the duo. This is more of a frenetic album of jazz fusion that seems to mean to appeal to the hyper-paced culture of the present generation. The one time we're able to catch our breath on this record is the hip-hop infused Pilot featuring Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, and Anderson .Paak. A great tune in and of itself. Don't get me wrong, I bought this record because I really like it. There's a surprising amount of beautiful music here, and there's something very refreshing and innovative about it. Highlights for me are Two Shrimps and Moon, which features Herbie Hancock. The song Duke, which kicks off side 2, feels like it could have been inspired by Boards of Canada. Let's get into characteristics of Not Tight on vinyl. Let's break it down into 4 categories. Surface noise. This record has the tiniest bit of surface noise after a cleaning. Nothing distracting. I just want to note it because there was some present. I really only noticed it between tracks though. How about distortion? I was really listening hard for distortion, but I didn't really notice anything distracting on here. Considering the dynamics in amplitude and in frequency, it's actually really nice that there's no distracting distortion on here. So what about warping? My copy is really flat. Nothing here to cause distortion or make your stylus jump all over the record. The all-important sonics. This record is a little bassy to my ears, so I tweaked the higher frequencies just a bit to provide a bit more top end, which for me made it a bit more enjoyable. I'm sure it was probably mixed to be bassy. I just like a little bit more top end in my music. Having said that, the dynamic range is there. I didn't feel like there was any issue with that. It's just a little bit heavy on the bottom end to my ears. Musically, Not Tight by DOMi and JD Beck is a refreshing departure from typical contemporary offerings. While more traditional jazz lovers may not be down for the frenetic stylings and hyper pace of this record, more adventurous listeners will find something to love here. At times it feels like a great electronic record or a great hip-hop record. And that would be my only criticism of it, is that it's one of those records that is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at you. Having said that, it is an incredible debut from these prodigies that have more chemistry than they know what to do with. I am really eager to see what DOMi and JD Beck do next. So what do you think? Have you heard Not Tight? Are you a fan? Will you be checking it out if you haven't already? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.